Hi guys. So yesterday I went in to see my doctor and I wanted to get a blood test just to make sure that I am not pregnant. They also did a urine test and she told me that actually if I was to be pregnant right now, the at-home pregnancy test would have been just fine. And they use the same thing in the hospital, so it's nothing new there. But I went ahead and get the blood test drawn. And today, she told me, my doctor, she called me and said I am not pregnant. So what I have concluded for the reason why I missed my period this month, there's actually a few reasons. So I am going on a cruise in 2 weeks, and I want to see if it's a good time for me to conceive. And it's just because I missed my period, so now I'm kind of on the fence about whether or not we can conceive, and because I have a certain time frame that I don't want the due date to be. Um, so basically, uh, my last real period was January 21st, and I did spot this month, so I don't know if it's my real period or it's just because I missed it completely. So if this month I spotted 2 weeks ago, so that means I should be. Oh, actually, I'm sorry. I spotted a week ago, so that means my ovulation day will be in a week, which means if we go on a cruise and we try to conceive, then the baby will be due in December, which is perfect. Now, if I did not have my period this month, then do I base it on my last period? I'm not sure. Um, so the reason why I wanted to do the video today is to share with you some of the um, reasoning behind my missed period that I have concluded based on my research and based on what my doctor told me. So the first thing can happen is that I am pregnant, and it just hasn't showed up yet. And for some people have told me, they didn't get a positive test until they were well into their second trimester, or even actually 2 months, or even into their second trimester. So that could be my case. I'm not sure yet. Right now, if I'm pregnant, then I would only be at my 6 weeks. So that's my first reasoning for missing my period. The second reason could be because my diet changed. So once we started trying, I, told myself I'm gonna start eating right, exercise, and because of that, I cut out fat in my diet completely. And in my research, I found that if you cut fat out of your diet, it can cause your menstrual cycle to alter. So for that reason, I think it could have contributed to me missing my period. But I thought that, I ate enough food. I took my multivitamins, the prenatals, and apparently that wasn't enough. So now, I did a little bit more research, and the type of fat that I should be taking consists of, unsaturated fat like avocado, almonds, those type of food to compensate for the fat that I'm not taking in. And this is my first time actually experiencing the spotting or the missed period my whole life, um, because of this diet that I'm trying to take in. So if you are experiencing that, it could be the reason. Stress can play a lot of. It can be a big factor for amenorrhea, which is the loss of the um, the lack of a menstrual cycle. Um, so, so first, it could be I'm pregnant. Second, because of my diet change, I'm not taking any fat. Or third, it could be because of stress level. Um, I mean, I don't know if I'm stressed because, to be honest, I don't feel like I am, but last couple of weeks I've been taking on sort of a side business, and on top of that, I'm still in pharmacy school. I have another semester of studies, so maybe subconsciously I'm stressed, but I'm probably lying to myself and being naive about it. So I didn't think I was. So there's a lot of reason why you can miss your periods. Those are the three reasons. I'm really ruling out the first one, which is that I'm pregnant right now, just because my blood test came back negative. So if you're experiencing a missed period, it can be other factors besides you're pregnant. So, and I'm leaning toward the fact that I changed my diet and got rid of fat. So it's very important that you have a sufficient amount of fat each day, so that you can sustain the appropriate hormones level, so you can produce that period at the regular. So what happens is that each month you build up a certain amount of hormones, and when the lining of your uterus build up, it's going to get sloughed off. So that's what happens, and you need a sufficient amount of hormones for that to happen, and that's when your menstrual cycle starts and you have your period. So that being said, it could be because my stress hormone was increased, which is cortisol. And if I have too much cortisol, I'm not going to be able to produce estrogen, progesterone, and and then as a result, I'm not going to be able to build up the sufficient amount of lining within my uterus for a real period to occur. So, that those are my three reasons, and I hope that this helped you out. I also would really, really appreciate it if you'd leave a comment, just to sort of suggest whether or not I should base the first day of my last period on January 21st, 2015, because I'm not sure if I should go with that or with the last day of my spotting, because I think that wasn't my real period, but because we are trying to shoot for the November December due date, so it's really critical that I get these dates correct. So I really appreciate your time. I appreciate you all, and I look forward to talking with you soon. Thank you.